Hey there, writing cadets. Welcome back to our much anticipated summer season. Woo, the crowd goes wild. This season is going to be a little different to our other seasons because we're going to be releasing every single week. Yep, you heard that right. Every week, every calendar week. And with a ton of bonus content posted on our Instagram as well.
Yes, you guys are gonna get sick of us. So please do make sure you're following us on Instagram at Moving Right Along Podcast so you don't miss any of the really chaotic bonus content we have coming for you this summer. But for today, we thought we'd do something a little different. So unfortunately, our wonderful co-host Ray couldn't be here with us today.
Because they're trapped in a well.
Yep, they're trapped in a well. So we thought we'd bring on an extra special guest. Some of you may already know him, but for those who don't, he's our incredible extraterrestrial mascot, Beepo! Beepo has very generously offered to guest star in today's episode and teach us their writing tips and tricks.
So, Beepo, would you like to introduce yourself? Beepo? It's time for you to introduce yourself.
Where's Beepo? Looks like he's not here. But Beepo's never gone missing before.
I don't think he's just gone missing because Beepo wouldn't abandon us like that. I think he's been taken. I think he's definitely been taken and that we should focus on this issue right now and not whatever happened to Ray. Someone in the pod squad has stolen Beepo and we have to work out who. There's only one thing for it. We have to become detectives, right? And have you read any of those classic mystery novels? We've got to use all of those tricks and tropes to work out where Beepo is and who stole it. Because it's definitely one of us, and that's what we need to be focusing on, is Beepo. Nothing else. Don't think about anything else right now.
Okay. But what's the first thing we need to do, Kat? Since obviously you seem like the lead detective on this case, I think we're going to do a little bit good cop, bad cop. So, what do we do first?
So, in every classic detective novel, you first have to establish people's alibis. So, people's alibis are basically where they were at the time of the incident. So, I think Beepo must have gone missing last night because I saw Beepo before then, so Beepo had to have gone missing last night. So, we need to interrogate all the pod squad members, find out their alibis, and work out who could have done it.
Well, I mean, I think the obvious first person to start with is Ray, and since they're stuck down in that well, we'll throw the phone down there and we'll get a recorded alibi. So, Ray, where were you last night?
I'm kind of stuck in a well. I'm stuck in a well. I can't get out. And he's not here with me. I kind of can't have kidnapped him because, I'm stuck in a well. Can you help me out? Guys?
Well, isn't that convenient?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, but we can literally see them stuck. They're stuck in that well. And I don't really think Ray's like the type of person that would want to get rid of Beepo. So we need to look for somebody who might have a motive. Somebody that would have a reason to hurt Beepo.
Perhaps someone who was tired of Beepo being the face of Moving Right Along.
Someone who might have been annoyed at Beepo being the face of every single one of our posts.
Someone like...
Cassette?
Yeah, it's definitely Cassette, 100%.
That makes sense. And for those of you that don't know, Cassette is our social media manager, so it kind of makes sense, Maybe Cassette was like, it's time for me to be the face of the podcast on Instagram.
Exactly. And they've always had, like, an evil glint in their eyes. I mean, I saw the way that they crushed me in that rap battle, and a normal person wouldn't be able to do that. So, Cassette, seeing as you're here right now, surprisingly, I don't know why you're here. How convenient that you're here right now for us to interrogate you. Cassette, could you please tell us where you were last night?
First of all, I need you to tell me when you're free so we can redo that rap battle, because, you need to be defeated again. And second of all...
Exactly, evil.
Second of all, if I'm being completely honest, for the past, few nights, I've been rewatching the entire 4th season of Stranger Things. And I came up with this idea, right? So people love nostalgia. So I called up Beepo, because I just have his personal number. And I said, Beepo, come here. We're going to dress you up like you're in the 80s. And I know it was like 2 a.m., but Beepo, has evolved past the need for sleep, so I didn't think it'd be that big of a deal. Tell me why this guy. First of all, he shows up a whole hour late and then it only stays for 30 minutes. Whole time, he's complaining about the podcast and mumbling something about how he needs to take matters into his own hands, whatever that means. And then he leaves. I got 0 pictures. That was the last time I saw him, and I tried to call him this morning, no answer. So if you find him, tell him that his modeling job is on the line.
That's worrying. Well, I mean, that's a pretty solid alibi, I'm not gonna lie, and I don't think Cassette could have done it. I mean, if you've watched Stranger Things, like, why would you kill someone, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I guess I can understand the need to be glued to your Netflix screen 24/7, so that's relatable to me. And besides, everyone knows that in any mystery book, it's never the first person you interrogate. I think Cassette was too obvious of a choice. Mm-hmm.
So true.
But you know
Like
who wouldn't be an obvious choice? Yeah, you know who wouldn't be an obvious choice, though?
Who?
Ruby, where were you last night?
Are you accusing me right now?
Look, all I'm saying is that in every good mystery book, it's always a person you least suspect.
Well, how about you? Have we ever considered you? You're known for being evil, and you're the reputation of our Taylor Swift albums, so that's kind of suspicious, I'm just saying.
How very dare you? And if I am the Reputation album, I'm just all the nice songs, none of the mean ones. I'm like delicate. That's me. I'm delicate. I'm precious and delicate.
Oh, sure you are.
Mm-hmm. And also, I feel like I'm too much of an obvious suspect. I would never do something that you could link back to me. I'm clearly a red herring, which, for our listeners who don't know, a red herring is a literary device used to confuse and mislead the readers.
Wow, so educational. What an opportune educational
Yeah.
moment.
What a surprising educational moment. I just spoke like that naturally.
Yeah, we're so natural. Well, I mean, since you're the obvious suspect, you could be double bluffing. So I feel like we both need to give our alibis. And I can go first, just to prove how innocent I am. Last night, I was busy laughing as I watched Ray get pushed into a well. I was a little busy. And the last person I did see Beepo was Simone. I saw them talking.
Ooh, yeah, I was also busy last night. I was just chilling around, the Moving Right Along podcast village, which is definitely a real place. Definitely. And, I also saw Ray hanging around near the well, and I turned my back, and they just fell in, and I don't know what happened. Like, I didn't see anything. I don't think anyone saw anything. There's no cameras there. Like, would there be cameras there? Like, if there were cameras there, it's not like I would have gone and deleted any evidence of, like, any, like, video footage of someone pushing Ray into that well. That would be crazy. Anyways, what I was saying was the last person I saw with Beepo was also Simone.
What if it's Simone?
Oh my god. I mean, it's always the big trope that the butler does it, right? In any mystery book, it's always the butler who does it, and Simone does all our
moving
stuff for
us. Are you calling Simone our butler?
They're the closest we have, okay? Who else does all
gosh.
the, like, stuff that we don't want to do? Basically Simone. Simone does it.
You're not wrong. Simone, if we did interrogate you, you wouldn't fire us, right?
You want to find out?
Not really!
I don't like it when you say it like that.
Besides, it couldn't have been me. I've been busy this whole time being the only one who's concerned about how Ray fell into the frickin' well. Anyone have any rope, by the way? They're in there pretty deep.
No, I think all the rope went missing last night as well. I don't know how. I feel like someone maybe set, like, fire to it. Like, who would do that? That would be crazy. Anyways, what were you saying?
I was gonna say that besides, Beepo hasn't been showing up to our recordings and meetings as often. And Craig, our recording software, is, like, super tired of Beepo's attitude. So I think there's something going on there.
Lover's quarrel.
This was not here. Well, that didn't sound convincing, but Simone is our boss, so I'm gonna say they didn't do it because I don't want to get fired. This is all I have.
She's slightly scary.
Very scary. Very nice. Very scary. We love you, Simone. Love you so much.
Simone, we would never accuse you of anything.
Exactly. You're so great and talented, amazing, and also you're the one who edits this episode and can make us look stupid. So you're so great editing Simone.
Don't give her ideas.
Yeah, true.
Well, I mean, now that it's not Simone, that doesn't leave that many suspects. You know who that does lead? Jasmine. It's always the quiet ones. That's what they say.
Exactly. And you
always
know,
the
Jasmine,
sweet, quiet ones you would never suspect.
Exactly. And when she said before, when she doesn't drink her tea, she wants to fight someone. She wants to fight people.
Whoa.
So
What if she drank too much
that's all I'm
tea?
saying. She drank too much tea and she wants to fight. Oh my god, is that what happened to Beepo? Jasmine, you gotta tell us right now. Where were you last night?
I think I drink a normal amount, a reasonable, rational amount of tea a day, Ruby, actually. But the Craigslander, Simone, needs to stop. And I need to tell my side of the story. So I, Jasmine, co-producer, resident musician, needed a change of pace to get some inspiration. I was looking for rope to make a macrame Beepo to celebrate our summer season. I couldn't find any rope, by the way. I feel like that would be super helpful with Ray at the bottom of the well. But anyway, I called up Beepo and said, "Yo, Beepo, do you want a model for me?" And he laughed. A little chuckle, a chortle, if you will, and reminded me that I don't know how to macrame. And so I said, "Well, do you and Kosi want to come over for tea? I have some fresh Earl Grey." And he said, "No, me and Kosi have beef." And then he just hung up. So instead, Craig came over for tea and just sat there and creepily recorded everything I said. He does that a lot, you know, it's like in his coding or something. But the good thing about that is I have a time and date bulletproof alibi. Fantastic. Anyway, Craig stayed forever. He had so much to talk about. Finally, he left. I immediately called Beepo to talk about Craig's whining over their lover's tiff because I not only drink the tea, I want to hear it. And he told me some awful things. And he hung up. He immediately hung up. And to tell you the truth, Detective Cat, Detective Ruby, it hurt me. It really did.
So I guess seems like everyone has an alibi, which means one of us is lying. Someone is gonna have to reveal themselves in the grand finale twist. And again, we are
Wait,
focusing...
guys, hold on. No grand finale twist. I just checked my email. Have none of us been reading our emails during our whole break?
No, I can't
Was I
read.
supposed to?
I'm Jared 19 and I can't
She's
read.
illiterate. Cat's illiterate. And I'm
Illiterate,
just
yeah.
special.
Guys, Beepo sent us an email. He's gone on holiday. He said he wants to spend his summer going around the globe and visiting all of us.
Is Beepo British? He called a vacation a holiday.
Well, maybe whoever wrote that email for Beepo was British, and maybe we shouldn't judge. Maybe we shouldn't judge people if they want to say holiday, vacation. You know, holiday's a perfectly reasonable way to call it. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
Is it? Well, I guess the moral of this story then is that Beepo wasn't kidnapped. And Kat, you
Yes.
just led us on a wild goose chase for no reason.
Yes, it was for no reason. There was no single reason why I wanted us all to be distracted by that and not focus on whoever was trapped down the well, because I don't know anything about that. Anyways, I think, can we kidnap Beepo anyway? Because I really feel like I want to do more detective stuff, and I've also already ordered a hat and magnifying glass on Amazon, and I can't return it, so...
Yeah, absolutely not.
Oh, well, I guess this mystery is solved. Beepo stole himself, he kidnapped himself, and he's actually going to be spending the rest of this summer visiting all the different members of the Pod Squad, which is what we also discovered from the email. And you can also suggest places for Beepo to visit on our Instagram, and we'll be posting photos of Beepo's adventures.
Well, I guess that's the end of the episode. Until next time.
Until next time, Ren Cadets, and we'll see you on our next adventure.
Hey, wait, that's my job!
You're not supposed to do that!
Thank you for listening to the Moving Right Along podcast, made possible by the Young Writers Initiative. Make sure to keep tuning in every Saturday this summer as we upload new content. Also, leave us a rating and review on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or Google Podcasts. You can follow us on Instagram at Moving Right Along Podcast or find us on tywi.org. And while you're there, why not join our Discord server, The Writers Town? Thank you to our team, without whom this wouldn't be possible, our producer Simone, co-producer Jasmine, and social media manager Cassette. All music is by Kevin MacLeod at filmmusic.io. Today you heard Island Street Party, and all sound effects are from the Freesound Project.